Our spice cake has a crunchy meringue layer that's caramel flavored, and we give it the naked look with our old school caramel frosting. We're gonna wake up the Spice Girls. Yep. To your cake flour and baking powder, add your top shelf Spice Girls. Hit it. Cinnamonella. I'm Clovis. And I'm Nutmeggin. Sift that all around there. Just push those little clumps through. And a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. Slightly misunderstood by gravity. This is fine. This is fine. Totally flyable. Just a few bumps. Okay. Half the wings are backwards, but I can fix it with gum and spite. Now we make the caramel meringue layer. This is a French meringue. 2 egg whites. These farm fresh eggs are really hard to separate. Harder than the store-bought ones. Look, Big Val broke a yolk right off the bat. We'll need it and 2 yolks later on, so it's okay. You can't get any yolk in with the whites or it won't whip up into a meringue. Damn it. She just can't seem to get these separated. Did you ever have one of those days? A tablespoon of cornstarch and whisk to stiff peaks. No limpy wimpy there. That's how you know it's ready. Gradually add in 1 cup of brown sugar, a tablespoon at a time. It gives the sugar granules time to blend in. They just kind of mingle. Scoop it into a piping bag with a 1/2-inch tip and set this aside for a moment. The snack shack is still serving lollipops, right? I fly better with sugar-based revenge snacks. Then get your snack. Refuel, because next time we won't steal a ship, we'll steal the entire pantry. This is the creaming method. Beat together 1/2 cup of butter and 1 cup of brown sugar. Add in those yolks and egg you separated earlier. Alternate in your dry and your wet ingredients. Your dry goes in by thirds and your wet by halves. This helps you not overbeat it. Big Val scrapes the bowl after each addition. Dang blast it, Willifreda! Can't you label your vortex custards? Where's my ship? It didn't follow. Bungledorf has it. But the tether between the worlds is weakening. We're back, and where are they? Let me guess. Bungledorf's still flying like a busted kazoo, and Nadia's probably monologuing to her own reflection. Spray your pan with baking spray with flour and line the bottoms with parchment paper. Those are cake strips. You soak them in water before baking and you get flat tops every time. Now we love piping. Pipe on the meringue right over the batter. Sprinkle 1/2 cup of chopped walnuts on each. We toasted them a little while the oven was preheating. And if that was round 1, we'd better prepare for the frosting cannons. So what now? We lure 'em again with fake fruit, giant candy trap, evil Swiss meringue buttercream that splits. And bake for 50 to 60 minutes until a toothpick comes out clean. This is the tricky-dicky part, because you poke the pick in between the meringue. Poke it in several places just to make sure you're not scraping off the toothpick when you bring it up. and cool meringue side down.
No, we don't lure them at all.
Huh? We don't chase them. We make them come to us. Huh? Did you know caramel frosting is a traditional frosting with spice cake? 1 cup of sugar, 2 cups of brown sugar, 1 cup of sour cream. Heat this to 238 degrees. On medium-high heat, it rises pretty quickly, like in less than 10 minutes. But be careful not to scorch the bottom. Keep the liquid moving. Look how it bubbles and troubles and expands. We use our metal mixing bowl because metal doesn't hold on to the heat as much as glass. Still have to protect it. We'll strike from the inside. You're gonna invade Big Val's pantry? The sacred snack space? It's time to take the chaos to the kitchen. Cool this to 100, 110 degrees. Give it a stir every once in a while so the caramel doesn't cling to the side. Add in 1/2 cup plus 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter and whisk away. You can put it back in the ice water too if you like. Let it cool down to room temperature, spreading consistency. 65 degrees, right around there. Whisk in 2 ounces of cream. This is the best tasting I've ever had. Look at this giant hunk of cheese I found on the floor. And Bungledorf still got my ship. Again. She flies like a blind raccoon with rocket boots. I give it 2 days before it's parked in a crater again. Oh, I'm gonna do naked. Naked. We're gonna do naked. And that's how Big Val comes up with ideas. They just pop into that blue and purple head. Naked frosting is keeping the sides thin, showing parts of the cake edges. It's like a naked cake. Some of the walnuts fell off the meringue and crunched up cinnamon stick gives a rustic look. Darling, if I have to wait 1 more minute to take back Chessie's ship from that pancake-splattered clown, I will spontaneously bust into rhinestones. The ship is important, yes, but I feel a strange tug, like something else of mine is near.